turn my microphone on. Hello. Can you hear me, Frank? All right, better. Mark Westwood, KCAA 1050 AM 106.5, and the stations that leave no listener behind. It's time for Community Crossroads again, which means it's 2 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. We're glad you're here, and we're going to have a fun-filled, action-packed hour. We've got a couple of very nice ladies here. Gigi Hanna, who's the director of Habitat for Humanity San Bernardino.
Hi, Mark.
And the San Bernardino area, the greater San Bernardino area. And then we also have Ferial Wynn. Ferial Wynn is just a person I just met just a few minutes ago, and she is over the moon with excitement. She is now one of the new operators of the Arrowhead Country Club in San Bernardino. And welcome, Ferial.
Thank you.
And we've got a lot to talk about, not just golfing or building houses, but things that are going on in Habitat for Humanity, which has had a big adjustment in recent times. Some of you may be familiar with their Restore, and the Restore is temporarily suspended right now.
Yes.
And we'll just put it that way. And they're not operating it right now. They hope to be operating again soon. And then we have lots of things going on. They just last month had a nice fundraiser at Escape Brewery in Redlands. It was quite fun, a great fundraiser for Habitat. They are building 7 new homes in the county.
In San Bernardino
in
City.
San Bernardino City alone this year. That's their goal. They're raising money for that. They've got a lot of stuff going on. And they also have a program that Gigi is going to talk about. Gigi Hanna, of course, you might know that name. She's the former city clerk for the city of San Bernardino back in the day. And after she retired from that job and that position, she moved out of town for a while. And then she left her heart in San Bernardino. Like
Yes,
Tony
I did.
Bennett.
Yes, I
She
did.
left her heart in San Bernardino. Well, or something. Maybe she left her cat or something. I don't know. And she's back, and we're glad she's back because she is an incredible lady, and she is a force to be reckoned with, as I think Ferial is as well. So, and we're going to talk about the country club here in a few minutes, but let's first of all talk about this program that you brought to me, and that's why we're on the air today in the first place. There's a program that people can apply for.
Yes. So we are building 7 houses, and 4 of those houses are we sought federal funding for, and it's for veterans. So people who are qualified, they don't have to be career. They just have to be honorably discharged, living in San Bernardino County right now with housing that is too expensive, too small, not high enough quality. And so we are looking for applicants for those 4 homes that will be built later this year. And we kick off our application period May 1st, and it's just the month of May. And what we'll do is we'll be getting applications in and reviewing them for those 4 homes.
How
We're
wonderful
having-
that is.
We're having some information sessions throughout the month, and if you want to find out and sign up for one, you can go to our website at habitatsb, SB as in San Bernardino.org.
Habitat SB, just the way it sounds, .org.
.org. And just really quickly, basically, people sometimes believe that we're building houses and giving them away, and we don't. We build them and we sell them to people at cost and no zero interest loan. So basically what ends up happening is your mortgage payment is way low because you're not paying interest on it. So $500-600 a month. It allows people to build equity and security, stability. And
So much needed. You know, there was a Cal loan program that just it blossomed about 30 days ago.
Yes.
And you know the program.
Yes.
And I think it was like $230 million. They paid 20% down of your house. You'd have to pay that back if you sold the house. You had to keep the house for several years.
Right.
But it was a great program, a great incentive. Obviously it is because the money's all gone. It's all used up, all
Yeah.
spoken for.
You know,
Just that quick.
They estimate that the need for housing in California, the shortage of housing is 1 million houses, too few than what they need, and especially starter homes, and that's what we're building, you know, something about 1,400 square feet that's affordable. We tell people we're not building your dream home, but we'll build you your first home, you know, and that's kind of what we do. And I just really quickly, there is more information about how to qualify. Basically, you have to make about 80% or lower of the area median income. So for a household of 4, that would be about $70,000. And so we are, we don't give a handout, we give a hand up, and we are looking for four families to put in these houses. So that's why I'm here today, is to talk about that, and that's also why we're going to be at the Arrowhead Country Club on May 6th doing a fundraiser towards this build.
Which is wonderful. And we'll get to the Arrowhead Country Club here, and the fundraiser is May 6th.
It is.
May 6th. I thought it was May 9th. It's May 6th. And tell me about the fundraiser. Describe the fundraiser to me.
So we decided we were going to do a handful of smaller fundraisers this year, not like a huge gala, things that were more approachable. And so, as you mentioned, we had a fundraiser a few weeks ago, and it was the NCAA watch party, and we had so much fun. We had so much fun, we decided to do a Kentucky Derby watch party at the Arrowhead Country Club. And so, they say that's the most exciting 2 minutes in sports.
We were talking about that. And of course, Frank in the engineering room over there, our engineer, our sound engineer, he's got a photo booth kiosk he's going to do, which is great. Thank you, Frank. That'll be there. You can get your picture taken. But I talked to Sam, and he's not wild about the horse idea.
Oh.
We were going to have somebody dressed up as a horse.
We're having a hard time convincing somebody to do that. But there will be a photo booth, and there's
Frank's in the control room just laughing his off right now.
Perhaps a hobby horse.
Hobby horse. He says the people dress up to go to the Kentucky Derby.
We could put a hat on him.
Yeah.
So
a hat, a chapeau or a derby or something.
So we won't have the horse, but we will have Blues from the Heartland, which is a live blues and gospel band. And I'm very excited about that.
I'm not discounting the horse yet. I'm just saying he said no. I'm not saying I'm not going to get my way.
You could come. You could come.
I'd be the other end, but yeah.
That's all right.
I'd be the only guy there.
Oh, this is like a woman's fundraiser?
No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's not. It's in the afternoon. It's at 2:30. We'll have a light lunch. We'll have the music. We'll have some raffle and silent auction items. People are encouraged, male and female, to wear their fancy hats. And if you don't have a fancy hat, we will have a hat vendor there, just because we are,
That's cool.
We're all about the chapeau.
Oh, wow.
The fancy chapeau.
Very cool.
So we're doing that. The tickets for that are $30, and they will be available at the door or on our website, Habitat SB. SB is in San Bernardino.org.
HabitatSB.org. Yeah. But that's a good value, $30.
Well, and that's what
That's just anything you go out anymore, dinner or whatever. That's great.
Well, and that's what we joke, those of us who are kind of in the business of going to fundraisers, you keep paying $125 for chicken dinner, and it's the same chicken dinner. And so we wanted to do something that was more approachable, as far as, you don't have to dress up. I mean, I like the fancy hats, but you don't have to dress up. It's a little bit less expensive. It's in the day. You can drop in. You can watch your 2 minutes of the Kentucky Derby, drop us a check, and take off if you want.
Oh,
no.
But
I think we're going to have fun.
Get fun. Yeah, we were joking earlier before the show started, and somebody else is doing a fundraiser. They're calling it a gala. And bless you, Uplift San Bernardino and Aaron Brinkovich, you're calling their thing a gala. And I said, that's just a fancy word for chicken dinner.
We're not having chicken.
But yeah, and it's not $50,000 either, is it?
No. Although we are looking for sponsors, our sponsorship level is smaller than the $50,000 level.
Well, let's talk about that.
So we...
you never know. We might have a sponsor listening to us.
Yeah. So we are looking for event sponsors, and both for this and for our golf tournament, which will be at the Arrowhead Country Club on October 20th. And so at that level, we're looking for $2,500 sponsorships, and at the golf tournament later in the year, that would also include a foursome. For the May 6th event, if somebody wants to give me $2,500, I promise I'll let them in and give them lunch and maybe
give them a hat.
Give them a hat. There you go.
We'll give them a hat.
There you go. That's a great deal.
Yes.
Toss your money in the hat, and then we'll give you the hat.
But let me say,
toss your hat in.
The reason that we're really doing the intensive fundraising is that I did write a request for federal funding for these 4 houses, and Pete Aguilar's office, put that through, and we got the appropriations, and we got $800,000, which at the time I wrote the request was about what it would cost to build 4 homes. The cost of building has gone up from about $200 per house to $375 a house. So we are making up that difference. So that's why we're doing this. The houses actually are going to be up in F and Acacia in San Bernardino on 4 lots that were donated by the Baker family.
Outstanding. I know the neighborhood.
Yeah, it's a nice neighborhood, and these lots were given to Habitat like in 2009, so we've been looking for a way to use them. And as part of our 30th anniversary last year, that's when we decided to dedicate it to a veterans build, because we hadn't done a veterans build yet in our 31 now years.
All outstanding things, things. And Habitat for Humanity has been around for years and years and years. It's not a fly-by-night operation. It's not an operation where 90% of the money they raise goes to administration. Gigi's laughing at this. But now I have to say those things to people, because there are other nonprofits, especially on late at night, that are, with the 800 numbers that that may be the case,
We don't have an 800 number.
Yeah. Give my poor little Russian lady beleaguered a bag of groceries that made her life, and then you give them $20 and $19.99 goes to administration. I'm not saying who it is, but anyway, I'm going to get in trouble if I don't shut up on that one. But it's probably not that. I'm probably over-exaggerating. But what I am saying is that the money that you donate, the money that's raised, actually goes into something that literally concrete, a concrete foundation with a house on it. And that helps people who are at risk. Their families are at risk. Their lives are at risk because they can't afford, these ridiculous houses. I looked at a house. I'm reflecting on the real estate market in general. About 4 years ago, over on Barton on Street, and it was a nice house, a little Spanish adobe that was already 50 years old. At the time, I thought, $375,000 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, that's too much money. And it needed to be fixed and stuff. And now that house is valued at $735,000. And there's just no way that somebody like my means can touch it. And of course, people of a little bit less means are going to not be able to get anywhere near it. So it's a dream come true. You're not giving them a dream home. You're not giving them a palace, but you're giving them a place for their families and to lay their heads, and it's a safe place, and it'll be clean, and they still have payments.
Oh yeah, they do. And it's not just about people having a place to live. It's what homeownership does for a family's physical, mental, financial health.
Dignity.
For generations. And it is the way. It's the way to go to build financial stability.
It must feel good, to go from city politics in San Bernardino, of all places, to this position now, where you're really doing something fantastic and wonderful.
Well, I love it.
How does that feel?
I love Habitat. I've been involved with Habitat for a dozen years. I was the board president for 3. I've been writing grants for them for the last couple of years. And so when they needed a director, I was looking to get out of South Dakota, where I'd been for the last 2.5 years. It was very cold. And so I decided I'd give my hand at this. And I really believe in it. Who doesn't feel good about getting people into homes,
Yeah, absolutely.
So
in South Dakota, you have to wear a coat in July at night. So just about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It gets cold at night. And so welcome back to San Bernardino. We're glad to have you. And
thank you.
And welcome back. And now we can also welcome someone else, too.
So do you mind?
No.
So you said that I was a force to be reckoned with, which is, and like recognizes like. And so when I went over to the golf course to talk to her about doing a golf tournament in October, I met Fariel, and it's a kindred spirit here, and she is as excited about building up the golf course as I am about Habitat. So Please.
Well, that's an important part of San Bernardino, on the north end of San Bernardino, even though it's in a more wealthy neighborhood for San Bernardino. The homes are older, so a lot of them need fixing up now. It's not like it used to be very affluent.
Right.
Really, really, I mean, it's a challenged neighborhood in of itself. And then you have this golf course, which is a beautiful golf course, a big green spot, pointing right down it there as you go up, Valencia is the Arrowhead.
Right.
And right over the golf course, and it's an historical place as well for a lot of people. It's an historic place, I should say, and it's a big part of San Bernardino's history. And so it looked like it was going to go down, and it was going to go away. So first of all, the good news is it's not. And
no,
welcome,
it's
Feria.
not. No. Mark, thank you for having me here. And on that note, a lot of people still can't understand what an incredible place Arrowhead is. The Arrowhead Country Club has meant so much to a lot of people in San Bernardino. It was the place to come for a lot of people, from movie stars to business people, residents, and
They had more than just golf there.
correct. It was an actual country club where people like
They had their weddings there.
swimming, tennis, and I will get to all those things are back at Arrowhead. But just the history of Arrowhead, I literally get goosebumps to know that people like Shirley Temple, all these big movie stars and important people sat at our bar, at my bar now. And I'm fortunate that we were able to acquire Arrowhead, and we are owners who were giving it nothing but love. It's a labor of love. It's a big ship we're turning around, and it's one day at a time. Everything we make out of revenue goes back into operations. And
When did you,
because-
I don't mean to interrupt, when did you first acquire it?
October of 2021.
Okay.
So just about a year
Just
and
a year and
a
some
few
odd
months.
months, yeah.
Yes. And as everybody know, when we got it, it was kind of down in a disarray. We're bringing all of that back. We just redid the complete clubhouse. It's a brand new clubhouse. I keep the integrity of the bar. It's a solid oak bar, so I kept that. And we're actually putting money into the golf course now. Like we just finished aerifying. We're fertilizing in the next week or two, starting with each tee. We just did the first tee. So we're trying to bring back some integrity from the past to Arrowhead. And again, it's a labor of
Oh,
love.
exciting.
Can I this is her 19th golf course. So these people, they're working to upgrade it, but I mean, they actually know what they're doing. So that's kind of exciting.
Fantastic.
Yes. My husband, Mike Wynn, has been in the golf, has been a PGA member for 38 years. We've from San Diego. Now our home is San Bernardino. And I'm happy to be part of this community. And that's my excitement, is to go out there and be a force and have my voice heard. To let people know that new people are at Arrowhead, and we're trying and doing whatever it takes to bring this golf course back. And it's working from the last year. A miracle has happened there.
I grew up in San Bernardino, so it's my hometown.
Yes.
I went to elementary school in San Bernardino, junior high school, Lincoln Elementary, Arrowview Junior High School, San Bernardino High School. I went to San Bernardino Valley College, Cal State San Bernardino. My resume says San Bernardino all over it.
wow.
So I'm just like, yes, something's working in San Bernardino.
Yes.
And it's like a breath of fresh air to hear that this good thing is happening, and just like the Enterprise building in downtown San Bernardino, good things are happening.
Yes.
And I'm so excited to hear about the Arrowhead Country Club. coming back, and I'm excited. I'm going to go see it now.
Please do.
I wanna go see
We're
it.
open for events, weddings. In fact, right now I am in the middle of preparing a ceremony site exactly where the arrow hits on the golf course.
That'll be nice.
There's going to be a wedding site there.
You could call it something like The Point.
Yes, I probably will talk about that. I am just excited to be there, to just love this place and give it everything we have, and we do. And we have a great membership, and I would like to talk just a little bit about it. And it's $100 a month, and that is a reoccurring revenue for us. And it gets you to play for 32 versus 70, and it's a big discount.
It's a dynamic price.
It is, and it's $100. As you say, we spend $100 on Starbucks or whatever,
That's a lot of
easy.
coffee.
a lot of coffee on a month.
And a month,
Right.
easy.
Oh,
Yes.
easy.
And
Listen,
then-
we're going to talk more about that in just a
Right.
second. We'll come back and talk about all that. But you know, in radio, we have these little things called commercials.
Yes.
And it's time to do that. He's waving at me like it's time to do it. So, Farrell Wynn is our guest, along with Gigi Hanna. I'm Mark Westwood, and we're on Community Crossroads right now. And we're reached the crossroad, but we'll be back when we take this fork in the road on KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM, the stations that leave no listener behind.
NBC News Radio, I'm Lisa Taylor. Dramatic 911 calls from Monday's mass shooting in Kentucky tell the panic during the horrifying event. One female caller said about 8 or 9 people were shot and she was hiding in a closet in a first-floor conference room. This comes as a prayer vigil is being held in Louisville tonight after 5 people died in the bank massacre. Wall Street is closing with stocks lower. Liz Warner reports.
This comes after the release of last month's CPI report, which showed a rise of 0.1%. At the closing bell today, the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell by 38 points. The S&P 500 lost 16 points, and the Nasdaq dropped 102 points.
Family and friends are remembering Dante Wright 2 years after he was killed during a traffic stop in Minnesota. Communities United Against Police Brutality honored the anniversary yesterday with a balloon release and rally in front of the Brooklyn Center Police Department. Wright was 20 years old when he was shot and killed by former Brooklyn Center officer Kim Potter during a traffic stop in 2021. Lisa Taylor, NBC News Radio.
Are you underpaid and overworked? Is a living wage and employee benefits like affordable health care more of a dream than a reality for you and your family? If so, it's time to form a union. Don't be denied the wages and benefits you deserve. Come together in a union with the power of numbers. A union is not a privilege, it's your right, and it will make a difference. Contact Teamsters Local 1932, a powerful and successful labor union in San Bernardino, by visiting teamsters1932.org/organize to start today.
It's that time of year again. No, not the holidays. Medicare open enrollment. And if you have questions about Medicare, you should talk to the local experts. Paul Barrich and Associates. Paul and his agents are certified with plans that are accepted by most of the medical groups in our area. Call 909-793-0385. Their services are free, and after 41 years in the business, their agents are trained to help you pick the plan that's right for you.
Grass is a perfect spot for this because we're right now here with Gigi Hanna, the Director of Habitat for Humanity, and we're talking about the greens. In this particular case, we're talking about the links, and that is in San Bernardino. It's called the Arrowhead Country Club. You like how I mixed that all together with that music, Grazing in the Grass? And Farrell Wynn is the director, the chief cook and battle washer, one of the owners of the Arrowhead Country Club now. And they just purchased it in October, we found out. And they've been doing all kinds of great things over there. And it's so nice to see someone who's not just an owner or an investor that comes in, wants to turn the land over and build some condos or something, but somebody that's actually committed to the city, committed to the neighborhood, committed to the facility, and wants to invigorate it and freshen it and update it and make it to the what it could be. And, you know, you were talking about memberships, and memberships are important because the community has to get involved. You can't do this alone. I mean, you don't have no one, unless you're maybe the owner of Tesla, you don't have bottomless pockets. And so you need that help. And so let's talk about the membership and how it supports the Arrowhead Country Club.
It's a big part. And I think that's what I want to talk about this, is having the community come in and see. Please, I'm welcoming everybody to come by and see the changes in Arrowhead. Play Arrowhead. The membership, as I say, it's $100 for a single person, $125 for family. And with that, you get free range balls. If somebody plays Arrowhead 3 times a month, it pays for itself. 50% off all food and beverage. And as I said, it's a continuous revenue that goes right back into the operations, and that operations take care of the golf course.
And, the wonderful thing about belonging to a country club, and you say 50% off all food, that's
Yes.
wonderful.
Yes.
Because you can go there and you've got a good service, and you've got probably an uncrowded restaurant,
Correct.
good food. And, these days, $100 or $125 for membership, I went and I bought a breakfast platter for 3 people the other day through a drive-through restaurant, and it was $35. So that's not really out of the question expensive, especially if you like to play golf.
Correct.
And it's healthy.
Yes.
And, you get a lot of walking in, and you get a lot of networking in, and some business deals going. It's a good thing to do. I will probably join your country club.
And
Even though I live in Ukaipa, I'll join your country club.
we're one of the last gems in San Bernardino. And I want to see it flourish. I want to see this gem shine bright. And if I have anything to do with it, Mark, it's going to shine bright.
Well, San Bernardino's coming back.
It is.
I do believe
It is.
because of its geography, because of its location, because of the beauty and the surroundings, and like we pointed out, the arrowhead that shines down on that golf course, on the links there. As you're playing golf, you can look at that beautiful hotel up there, and that's owned by the San Manuel Mission Band of Indians now. What is the name of that hotel?
Yamava?
Well, Yamava is the name of the hotel. The Arrowhead Hotel, Arrowhead Springs Hotel. Okay, it's coming to me, a lot swimming around in this brain sometimes. But, it is a wonderful, magnificent place to just, the last thing I was there was a jazz festival. And we had it right there. And it was just so nice to sit there, listen to the jazz, and look up the links there, and the trees, and the beautiful area, and the beautiful setting, and see the mountain there. And it really is a peaceful thing to do.
It's gorgeous. When you stand and you look up, you get to play golf in this gorgeous golf course. And as I said, we're doing everything we can to bring it back to a playability state. And it does give you children. You look up and you see this big, beautiful arrow facing. The brides are going to be married under that. I'm working on a new bridal ceremony site.
And if you're somebody who's a novice golf player,
Yes.
especially, it's a great place to go because
Thank
you
you.
can take your time golfing.
Yes.
Because it's not a really congested, super busy, super popular golf course right now.
We're getting there.
You're getting there, but you can golf on it, and you're not going to have teams of people waiting for you to get done
Yes.
and get to the ball and get to the next. So it's a leisurely place you can golf.
Yes. And I
That's
do
nice.
want to thank everybody who's been supporting us. We have busier days now. Our weekends are packed. It's nice to see people hustling and bustling and playing golf and having a few, drinks, Cokes,
Adult beverages, we call them, yeah.
beverages, and it's nice to see the camaraderie. And that's what I want to build around our neighborhood, is the camaraderie. Have people come back on Friday nights. I would love our neighbors to come, have a place to sit down, have something to eat, have something to drink, and just have a good time in a safe surrounding.
Great. And, we've been talking with Gigi Hanna from Habitat for Humanity, and we're also right now talking with Ferial Wynn about the Arrowhead Country Club in San Bernardino. Just in case you've just joined us and you're driving down the road, we just heard, $100 to $125 a month country club fee to join the Arrowhead Country Club to golf. And Habitat for Humanity has some events coming up. Just want to refresh people. May 6th, we have a fundraiser.
It is. It's a Kentucky Derby watch party.
Kentucky Derby Watch Party. I want to just say that again. And habitatsb.org is where you can find out more information or tickets.
Tickets are available at our website or at the door. We'd like to kind of get an idea of how many people are going to be there. So if you can buy them in advance, that'd be great.
And Ferial, you have any events coming up soon? Or
I do. Friday, this coming Friday the 14th, we have a state senator, Rosalie
Achoa
is going to be here on Friday at Arrowhead Country Club. We're going to have a great breakfast. And then we have the Rotary Club at the same time going off, playing golf. So new and exciting things. I'm really excited about the senator coming to talk, and I'm looking forward to bringing Arrowhead back. And this starts in small ways, like this event.
That's the 23rd Senatorial District, by the way, which Arrowhead Country Club is in. And most of San Bernardino is in the 23rd Senatorial District. So that's a great thing.
It is a great thing for us. I'm looking forward to it. And people can register and buy tickets at San Bernardino. It's the Chamber.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's
San Bernardino Chamber of Commerce.
It's San Bernardino Chamber of Council.
San Bernardino Chamber of Council.
San Bernardino
Chamber of Commerce.
Chamber of Commerce.
Chamber of Commerce.
Yes. So if
you can Google that. Even if you can't remember these URLs like Habitat for Humanity, Zumanity? Where did I get that from? Zumanity. That's a new one. Habitat for Humanity, or habitatsb.org. Just Google these things.
Yes.
Google is a wonderful thing. And so if you don't have the exact URL, and you're riding down the road and you're trying to steer off the road, trying to write all these complicated URLs, just Google it.
I do have a phone number they can call. It's San Bernardino Area Chamber of Commerce, and the number is 909-885-7515. It's Friday morning at Arrowhead Country Club. A really nice breakfast, and then everybody gets to talking.
909-885
7515.
7515. Okay, perfect.
You know what? I really, really want to encourage you to join the country club because I did.
She did.
And, I am one of the cheapest people around. I mean, it's been years. People have been trying to get me to join the country club. But this was a great deal. And I really want to support the country club. And so I hope you'll join as well. And perhaps we can learn to play golf together.
Yeah, that would be fun. I'll bring my pool cue. Oh, wait a minute. You don't use a pool cue.
No. Let's bring your clubs and your irons. But I would be happy to have you guys. I have 2 golf pro on property. Mike Wynn, who's been a PGA member for 38 years, my husband. And an agronomist and a Class A superintendent. He's been in the golf business for 38 years, really know what he's doing, turned a lot of golf courses around. And please come meet him. He's always in the office. And we have Kenny Pigman, who is a new golf pro with us. And we're happy to have everybody come and join and play and have fun. Let's bring back what San Bernardino has been missing.
And I'm a much better swimmer than I am a golfer, but I don't know if I'm allowed to swim in the pool anymore, but because it's gone to... Tell us about the neat arrangement you have.
I have this arrangement with Coach Lauren from Aquinas, and he has swimming there every night, Monday through Friday and Saturday mornings. He has a nice team. A lot of his swimmers are qualifying Olympic, I guess their numbers or whatever they're called, times. And we have Coach Scott from Aquinas giving tennis lessons every Saturday. So if you want to learn to play tennis, this is open to the public, that they could come see us at Arrowhead Golf Shop. and we'll give you information to come and learn to play tennis with a pro and use our tennis courts. We've turned 2 of the tennis courts into pickleball, so people could come and play pickleball now.
Pickleball.
Yes.
Oh, I've heard about that. It's like little nets and little things that
It's
fly
kind
in.
of like ping pong on a Costco scale, you know?
And we have
I
food
love
and
the name.
beverage.
Pickleball.
Yes, pickleball. And we now have food and beverage, so people can come and get a burger, a burrito, have food. All the amenities are back. And we're looking forward to having and seeing people out there.
How wonderful. How
Yes.
wonderful. I was remembering the name earlier when we were talking in my office. The Jury family. Jake Jury is
They
a friend of
still
mine.
play with us.
Yeah.
In fact, he's there as we speak.
Really?
Yes.
Is he in the pool?
No, he's playing golf.
Oh, okay. The dad, maybe you're talking
Dad
about.
and the son.
The son and the son are playing.
Yes.
Oh, okay. The roofing company, the Jury Roofing Company.
Oh.
And yeah, they're really great people. Anyway, just mentioning name, throwing out, dropping names because that's
Yes,
what we do around here.
Right.
And while you're thinking about it, drop a check for $125
Yes.
down to the Arrowhead Country Club. It's a not only an investment in yourself and your health, but into San Bernardino.
The community.
Yeah.
Next Friday, the 22nd, we have San Bernardino PD, and it's for the mounted horse division, and it's going to be a full-fledged, So everybody, come on by. There's a lot happening.
Yes.
Lots going on.
It is
Good
that time of
things.
the year, and we need to get back involved and activated. We came out of the COVID, and we were all masked and in our houses and shopping on Instacart and not going out. Now, we can go out.
Yes.
Now, hopefully we're all vaccinated. Hopefully we're all,
Yes.
healthy and everything else. And we've kind of squashed that thing down, and we can now go face to face and get back and activated in the community. That's a wonderful thing. You can dance again.
Yes.
Excuse me, somebody's phone is ringing. Okay. When it vibrates, we're all like, you got to turn your phones off and throw them across the room, and but anyway, I digress here. There's just lots of things you can do up at the Arrowhead Country Club, and there's
Yes.
lots of things you can get involved with, like Habitat for Humanity. Tomorrow night, I'm just going to plug something real quick, and I'm sure they probably sold out already. The Susan G. Komen Foundation and a group called Bigwigs, which was with the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, are doing a fundraising. They're having dueling pianos up at Hops and Spokes Brewery in Yucaipa. And if you go to Hops and Spokes, you might be able to get a ticket. So I'm not sure whether you are going to be able to or not. But it is a great, phenomenal thing. We've been promoting this on this radio station and all my cousin radio station across the way, KQLH 92.5 as well. It's a good cause. So there's all kinds of great causes to get involved with, and I talk about this on this show all the time. So anytime you have something like that, you're more than welcome to. Gigi already knows this.
I've made a good friend in San Bernardino, and I'm very happy. Gigi, thank you.
Oh, thank you. It's all about partnerships. We don't get anywhere without helping each other.
That's
so.
right. That's right, Gigi.
So you will be coming as the horses back in?
I'm
our
auditioning
event?
right now. Gigi, I'm just
I
joking
know.
with you.
I am so excited about this event, Gigi.
Oh, the May
we
6th thing?
all get dressed up, eat these cute little sandwiches, have whatever is available, and then we all get to dress up in these little pink dresses and cute hats. And
Not
Well, you
Mark.
can wear a pink
Not
dress,
you,
but
Mark.
not me. I wouldn't look good in it.
should we get him to wear a pink?
I would be illegal in some states, unfortunately.
But not in California.
But not
Not
in
in
California.
Yeah, no.
So is Mrs. Doubtfire, by the way.
Yes.
So is Milton Berle.
Yes.
So is a whole bunch of people that were in burlesque and stuff. But anyway, I digress. Let's not go there. We're in California. Thank God we're in California. The weather has been wonderful.
Oh, you guys, yes, weather has been gorgeous. I have a home in Lake Arrowhead, and we went through a really rough time
Oh,
in the
my
last
gosh.
couple of months there.
He's nodding his head. He lived in Crestline. He knows.
And I haven't been to my home up there for 3 weeks, a month. Finally back, and it's beautiful and gorgeous. So yes, the weather is turning around for all of our events and everybody to come out and have a good time and support San Bernardino. Just be here for all these. As Gigi, I like the idea of having smaller events and people coming by and supporting you, and not thinking that they have to bring out this big sum of money. Now it's just fun and supporting all the good causes.
Right. And, from womb to tomb, you can make a lot of money. And you can accrue a lot of money and beautiful homes and cars and boats and all that stuff. But in the end, we all die with the same bank account. But what we do take with us is the goodwill and the love of people. And the way you develop that goodwill and love with people is to be a people person and to give and to contribute back to your community and do it as much as you can till it hurts, till it really hurts.
I've done that.
Yes, and but it's a good thing. Every year, this radio station participates in something called Santa Claus Lane. If you haven't heard about Santa Claus Lane, I'm going to encourage you to get involved with that as well. Santa Claus Lane, are you familiar with that by any chance?
No,
Let
sir.
me tell
I'd
you
like to
about
hear
it.
more about it.
They, every year at the National Orange Show, they have a big, huge gala. It really is a gala. Big band and the whole 9 yards. Lots of food. And they have Christmas trees that different companies, like the Arrowhead Country Club, could sponsor a Christmas tree and decorate that tree. And it's put down there. And then it's auctioned off. And people make the money from that. And then it gives money for kids, not just
It's the Assistance League.
the Assistance League, yeah.
The same people that do the headdress ball.
So, guys, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. And so every year, and that goes for kids for backpacks during the year, for school supplies during the year, not just for Christmas presents. But, it's such a worthy cause, and we're so glad to be a part of that, too. So we're glad to be a part to help both of you and go forward with that.
That's the excitement in me right now. Like, truly, in my heart, is the excitement of all of these good things.
And, you're listening to us on KCAA 1050 AM and 106.5 FM. We're talking with Ferial Wynn from the Arrowhead Country Club, one of the new tenants, directors, persons that run it. And then Gigi, Hannah.
Just one word.
Gigi Hannah. Anyway, the director and a good friend of mine, if I keep this up, I'm not going to be, of the Habitat for Humanity. I will not make fun of your name anymore. Because, Mark is, you could make fun of me too. Question mark, exclamation mark, period.
But I'm not that kind of person, Mark.
She's a nice person.
Anyway, we like to have fun here. But, KCAA, I'm going to put a plug in for us now. And that is that you're talking on one of the most locally independently owned radio stations. Because you can do this here, we've been on for nearly 50 minutes talking about your two different things. You couldn't go to some of these other radio stations that are owned by the big corporations. I won't say iHeart and Odyssey or any of those people, but, that are owned by the big corporations because they're so busy cranking out music and like jukeboxes and playing 20 minutes worth of spots in a row. That you can't get your messages out. In KCAA, we're locally owned, and keep coming back to us because this is where your bread is buttered.
We will.
And in the same way, we'll support you guys too, and that's how communities are built, and that's how they're strengthened. And in San Bernardino, there's so much more that needs to go on, so much more that needs to go on, and we've got a whole town to build.
Yes, we do.
It is the ultimate urban barn raising. There's nowhere to go up. I told Gigi, a lot of San Bernardino is great. Beautiful area where you are in San Bernardino, up on Valencia, just below 40th Street, and the Country Club Drive, and the beautiful homes and stately homes that are up there. And, there's the south end of San Bernardino, there's Cal State San Bernardino. There's the bungalow district, I call it, downtown San Bernardino, that needs to be made a bungalow district, and they need to start fixing up those World War I Craftsman and Queen Anne cottages and things that are up down there. That needs to happen. We have a new mayor. There's a lot in San Bernardino that's going to be good. They need to revitalize like 20 more blocks, but yes.
The new mayor happens to be on the Habitat for Humanity board.
Helen Tran.
Helen Tran.
Good.
Yes.
And I think she's really committed to the community.
I think so.
I think so too.
And I think that's good news for San Bernardino.
Yes.
There's good news happening all over the place. There's going to be 43 acres in downtown San Bernardino redeveloped here in the next year to 2 years. It was called the Carousel Mall, and somehow or other that's going to be redeveloped. I don't know about all the plans yet, and we're keeping our fingers crossed that somehow or other that comes out well for the city of San Bernardino. But really, there's about 20 blocks in downtown San Bernardino that need to be reopened, revitalized, and it'll spring back. So, some people say it's going to take decades for San Bernardino to come. No, it's not. No, it's not. If you can redo a country club in a year and a half, and revitalize it, and it has nothing but upward places to go.
You're right. There's nothing but up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And Habitat for Humanity, during COVID, you've had your blows, and
It was difficult. We had to close our restore because of COVID and rising commercial real estate prices. So we are hoping to reopen that by the end of the year, but.
And we at KCAA had to survive.
Yeah, it's
businesses
difficult.
had to survive all around. So what we do, we grab hands, we join hands, just like you're on the lifeboat. All water. The water raises everybody, and so that's a great thing. Whether it's the Susan G. Komen Foundation, whether it's what I call Christmas Lane, and you call it that's other name, Assistance League.
Well, Assistance League is the group that does it, that puts it on.
Well, actually, I think they participate in it, but I may be
really?
mistaken. I think there actually is a Santa Claus Lane Incorporated.
Oh, you're talking about Santa Claus Inc.
Yeah.
You're right. I am so sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm getting my good works and nonprofits.
But they still do the headdress ball.
But the headdress ball and the Christmas tree lane are like the best events all year.
So I'm looking forward to going to them. Because as
You're
you
right,
talk
Santa
about
Claus.
Susan G. Coleman, I am a stage 4 breast cancer survivor. So I would love to get involved in any type of
that
type of event.
Give me some Gloria Gaynor to go out on. You know the song. You're the DJ in there. First I will not survive. Anyway, but you are. That is fantastic.
Yes,
you did tell
I
me
am,
that.
Sir. Thank you.
And
you.
for anybody that can come through that, in the chemo and the mastectomies and the
Yes.
reconstruction,
Did it all.
and have a positive outlook and survive and have the energy. Kudos to you. Oh my gosh.
The biggest smiling face ever.
You do. You have a great smile. By the way, you know that we're on video. I don't know whether you realize that or not, but we are on video there, and then we're on Tiki Live, and we're also on Rumble and YouTube and places like that. So there'll be a recorded session of that, and then we also have our podcasts that we have too. So we'll be able to give you that.
Very nice.
That's the nice thing about being on KCAA. There's always a podcast or recording of what we just did, so you can take it back and say to your friends, listen, I was on NBC News Radio this afternoon. Here we are. Big time. Anyway, we've enjoyed having you. Gigi Hanna.
Thank you very much for having us.
One more time, let's plug the events and let's plug what you got going here.
Okay. Kentucky Derby Watch Party, May 6th at the Arrowhead Country Club in San Bernardino. And October 20th, we'll have a golf tournament, also benefiting Habitat for Humanity.
Perfect. And habitatsb.org.
Correct.
Or Google it.
Or Google us.
And Ferial Wynn with the Arrowhead Country Club.
Sir, thank you. It was a pleasure being here, meeting you. I am, again, looking forward to this new venture, this new everything, all the exciting stuff that's about to happen to our city.
And, of course, if you're in Orange County right now, the Arrowhead Country Club is in San Bernardino.
Yes.
In the northern part of San Bernardino, in a very nice neighborhood and a very safe neighborhood. And you know what? You are just in a good spot to prosper.
Thank you.
And as they say, nanu? No. Oh, go forth and process. No, prosper. Prosper.
And I will take that from you.
I
can
personally
even do that, isn't
will
it?
go forth and process.
I will go forth the process. Let's all do it.
And not everything comes out of my mouth is gold. But anyway, you've been listening to KCAA. By the way, you can find a podcast at kcaaradio.com, kcaaradio.com, the Inland Empire's only independent radio station, practically, on 106.5 and 1050 AM. And we're proud to be, and we're glad you're here. Thank you for coming. Gigi, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Ariel, Ferial. I did it. Darn it. I've been looking there to make sure. Because you gave me the cue. Ariel. It's like Ariel, but with an F. So I've been saying, I can't say Ariel. Ferial Wynn. And thank you in the control room to Frank Perolo. And he's got a great photo business. Lakeside DJ. Lakeside DJ. I don't know if it's lakesidedj.com, but it's something similar. Google it. Google it. That's what we do. And we thank you. I'm Mark Westwood for Community Crossroads on KCAA 1050 AM 106.5. The stations that leave no listener behind.